Welcome. This is Project Somos. We are a small Canadian grassroots nonprofit organization started by Greg Kemp, Heather Knox, and a devoted team of volunteers and supporters from all over the world. In 2010, this beautiful property was purchased by a generous family foundation based in Vancouver. In 2011, when we arrived to begin construction of the village, this piece of land was bare, and now look at it. It's a bustling learning village for children who come from extreme poverty and years of suffering. Located just 8 kilometers from Tecpan, Chimaltenango, Project Somos is situated on a beautiful piece of property in the central Highlands with views of 8 volcanoes, including Fuego, which can often be seen puffing at a safe distance of 20 miles away. We have 13 buildings, all built using sustainable methods of construction. We have used earth bag, adobe block, and eco bricks, which are empty plastic pop bottles filled with soft plastic garbage. Thanks to another generous donor, we have solar power, and we were able to reduce our power bill from $400 a month to just $8 a month. We have an organic farm where we grow quinoa, beans, corn, kale, and a huge variety of vegetables. All of this became a reality because of donors, supporters, and volunteers who believed in the vision, rolled up their sleeves, and did the work. And these amazing people keep showing up. This is the Somos Learning Village. Within this adobe brick wall, which was built in 2012 by 35 BC high school students, the children feel a sense of security and belonging. Here, there is no violence. There is no hunger. Here, they are supported in their learning, playing, and healing. Here, they are kids being kids. Project Somos works with impoverished families addressing 2 major issues, education and health. Somos uses an innovative approach to educating children, focusing on food as a big part of the curriculum. In an effort to educate, improve health, and prevent common diseases in adults, Somos teaches the children with a hands-on approach from farm to kitchen to belly. We have witnessed firsthand that there is more buy-in for nutrition when children are a part of the whole process around food. Our preschool program, which has been running since 2015, is taught in the local Mayan language of Kachikal and Spanish. The children are also taught English by our visiting volunteers. Their classroom is a beautiful, inviting place full of different play and learning stations. We have adopted the 1000 Before Kindergarten program. The kids are read to every day, and our goal is for each child to have listened to 1000 books before they enter school. Research shows that the more language exposure in these crucial years equates to better results in primary school. The preschoolers that have already graduated from our program have entered the public school better prepared, have an easier time adjusting to primary school, and are having greater success than their fellow students who had not had access to early childhood education. Many local parents have shared their concern about the quality of the public school education their children receive, and often in discouragement have pulled their kids out of school or have put them to work when there isn't enough food in the home. We have met many children who have failed grades multiple times and are advancing with little to no reading. With no books in the home and parents with basic or zero literacy, it is very difficult for students to reach even a basic reading level. We have witnessed children developing a love of reading in our one-to-one reading program and making great advances, as well as developing a deep love of books and stories. We are working to enrich the children's learning by focusing on strengthening their academic skills, ensuring greater success in the present and well into the future. We are opening our gates to provide support in literacy, numeracy, and English. We also offer classes in art, computer, yoga, and sports, which are rarely part of the regular public schools. Many of the children in the area are severely stunted and malnourished. Daily, we provide them with healthy snacks and a hot, nutritious lunch prepared with food primarily grown and raised on site in our organic farm. Violent parenting practices cause great suffering and have adverse effects on learning. The parents of the Somos children participate in mandatory parenting classes, which include nonviolent parenting techniques and information about nutrition and the well-being of children. Our hope is that with time, the parents will adopt more loving and peaceful approaches to their parenting. Lack of employment causes great stress on families. Often children are forced to stay home to help earn for the family, or they are at home taking care of younger siblings while their mama is out working. Our social enterprises, or small businesses, provide employment to some of the students' mamas. We have our handicraft business where mamas make needle-felted wool products, which are then sold in Canada and the USA. Other mamas work in hospitality, preparing accommodations for our visiting volunteer groups and preparing meals. The majority of the children suffer from adverse childhood experiences, or ACEs, and Somos works to alleviate these by providing psychological counseling by a Mayan psychologist. We are very aware that these experiences can inhibit and limit learning for the children, and we do everything in our power to support these precious children to feel safe and to be more open to learning. It's a difficult road for many of them, but we are committed to assisting them to overcome these negative experiences so that they can break this vicious cycle of poverty, violence, and suffering. Every year, Project Somos welcomes visiting volunteer groups from Canada, the USA, and Europe. Groups range in size from 10 to 20 people and are on site for a week at a time, participating in daily programming, gardening, painting, and back in the day, construction. We also receive long-term volunteers who come and live on site for between 6 weeks and 3 months. The children and staff are always so grateful for the extra support and love on site. We are very appreciative of all of them that invest their precious time and money to being here in Guatemala, helping us at Project Somos. We consider Project Somos a place of healing for all that step foot on the land. As much as the focus has been on the healing of the children, our staff and many of our volunteers have commented on a sense of peace and healing when they are on the land interacting, working, and playing with the children. The Mayans of Guatemala have suffered centuries of discrimination. There was a 36-year civil war that has been called a genocide by the United Nations. Over half the Mayan or indigenous population lives in poverty and suffers from malnutrition. We always take utmost care in respecting and finding ways to embrace and include the Mayan culture in all that we do. The girls wear their traditional dress 2 days a week. There are classes in Cachical. We make regular visits to the local Mayan ruins, and we respect customs and traditions. The preschool teacher teaches in Cachical and Spanish so that the children don't lose their language. At Somos, everything we do is fueled by love and compassion. You can be a part of this community. There are many more children in need that could use your help. Let's keep working together to provide for children that go without. Children deserve to be given the basics: food, education, and medical attention. Let's give these children opportunities so that they can change the course of history for their families. Together, we can make a difference.